Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki spiritual healer. And when we are talking about the obsession, when people become obsessed with healing, and like I said, that your connection to God is very important when you are entering into the healing process. In many cases, you will not be able to heal unless you have this connection to God. Because God has placed some barriers in your way in order for you to come closer to Him. God has put those restraints on your life, your finances, with your family, with other people, in order for you to come closer to Him. And I have told you in many videos that some hexes and curses cannot be removed because they have been sent from God. And if you have become obsessed with removing the hexes or curses that have been upon your life, that God has sent upon you, the calamities He let Job go through. Like the calamities He let all of the prophets go through. Peace be upon all the prophets. But what sticks out to me is Joseph, one of my favorite prophets. If you are obsessed, then you have to understand that your closeness to God is His intentions to cleanse you from the negative energy that has been sent by these people, multiple people, cross conditions, to your health, your finances, your money, to all these people who have attached themselves to your energy. His intentions is to cleanse you of the negative energy in their presence. It's to give you victory over them. It's to have you, the table sent down to you, in the presence of your enemies. So when you become obsessed with cleansing in the wrong way, if you are cleansing with practitioners who have a disease of the heart, who has no connection to God, but they want you to put your trust upon them, and you are putting your trust in them, you are asking them to remove these hexes, these curses from your life, and nothing is being done. And nothing is moving. But, you are paying your money so that they can siphon your energy. Again, these people have been put in your life to see if you will have a connection to the entity or will you have a connection to God. You are being, tested by God in this way, so that you have a direct understanding that there are certain people that you are supposed to encounter on your healing journey. There are certain people that God has put in your midst, in your healing journey, in this way. The chosen ones are the ones you are supposed to encounter. It's not going to be, those friends. It's not going to be those family members that you wanted. But you have to have this understanding that if you are not praying, if you are not consulting God, if you don't have a connection to God, if you're not prostrating, if you're not fasting, then you are, in alignment with the entity. You have your own will. You have, you're sending out your signal that you're in a low vibrational state, and you are attracting the entities to you. A lot like those of you who want to get married, but you don't want to go by what the holy books say. You haven't read what the holy books say. You haven't consulted with God or those people who know how to get married, who have a successful marriage, who have loving and kind marriages, men and women. They're still here on earth. But if you are sending out the negative frequency, I'm going to do what I want to do. I have, my own right to do what I want to do. I have the free will to do what I want to do. No one can control me. Then, your obsession is not with the person. Your obsession is not with becoming angry because things don't work out. Your obsession and anger is not at God. Your obsession and anger is not at the opposite sex. Your obsession and anger is not with the entity. It is at yourself, because, you have been enticed and you did not want to learn another way. You did not want to, understand that your purpose, your submission to God is your chosen one's purpose. Your fear of God is the connection. Your ability to be in submission to God and what God has sent you and what God has sent down, your gifts. You did not create these gifts on your own. You did not create anything on earth. That is your connection to what God has created, the persons that he has sent to you, the pair in your life. And if you decide to go on your own thinking, the way that you want to do things in life, then you cannot be upset. You have become obsessed with doing what you want to do. You have become obsessed with healing yourself in the wrong way, aligning yourself with things that cannot help you and cannot help themselves in the earth. Okay, things that have no knowledge. So, people would like to believe that, telling the truth, when people have become obsessed with things that they should not involve themselves with. Telling the truth is not one of those things. You should tell the truth. And there are times that, when you have people who are blood guilty, bloodthirsty, bullies, people who will attack with violence, you should definitely understand that you should steer away from those people when it comes time for the truth. The obsession that these types of people have, these spiritual narcissists, these people who will almost attack chosen ones, with violence because you told them the truth, because you embody the truth. Those people are the ones who are obsessed with your light. You should take note from them that you don't become obsessed with trying to heal those attacks that they have sent out. Those frequencies, the evil eye, the black matter, the black magic that they've used, the voodoo. You do not become obsessed like they are with your energy, because we rely on God, and he is going to heal the situation from himself, from in his own presence, in his own time, in order to punish these people with the things that they have wrought with their own hands. I just want you to understand. I just want you to have a definite understanding why you should not become obsessed. Because God has separated you and identified you as the chosen one. That's why you can't just go run to anybody who has, harmed people, who has harmed other chosen ones, practitioners who have harmed chosen ones in a way that you can see it up on their face, their aura. They handle things, that are lifeless and dead. Okay? That is their only means of discernment and prying into the earth and prying into the heavens. So we have to have this kind of understanding that God has given us a means of connection, that we consult him. And he will send us our soul tribe, our soul family, the team that we're supposed to connect with. our husbands, our wives that we are supposed to have in our lives as the pair. Everything that we have encountered is spiritual. And so this is why that, the people in your family who have been previously married or who understand the marriage bond, people in your family or your church who understand that all of these things that we are encountering are spiritual. And once you understand that these attacks upon you are spiritual, and you are seeing what you're seeing, you're feeling what you're feeling, you're dreaming what you're dreaming. You heard the person say what they said, that they are, I wish this person was unalive. You heard what they said. They have sent out a negative frequency. And so they could not possibly, be a chosen one. They could not possibly be a person that is a part of your team, a person that's going to heal you from negative energy. As a matter of fact, they're going to make it worse. So these are our understandings of not becoming obsessed, why we don't become obsessed, and what you will need to do is, again, to consult God and to consult the ones that God has sent in your life. And that means by consultation, mutual consultation. So we want to read Surah Ashura from the Holy Quran. We want to, again, read Psalms 59. We want to make sure that we're praying and we're, telling God about these people who are attacking us. We want to make sure that we're letting God know that we are in submission to Him, His will. Let His will be done. And this is the way that we want to connect. We want to pray. We want to fast. We want to purify our bodies. There are times and places that we're not supposed to, be around certain people. We want to make sure that when God has given us, the sign that we are separating from certain negative individuals, it's different when you don't know any better. But once you have understood, that God has set you aside for Himself, then you have to make sure that you're moving away from those people who are in alignment with the entity, who do not want you to stand on your own in the earth, who are enraged at the fact that, you have gifts and abilities given to you by God. Then, we also understand that that is the reason why they are attacking you, because they see your light. And you're trying to entertain, demons. You're trying to entertain, entities. So we have to make sure that we're moving away from them and we don't become obsessed, because, when these things are happening to us, God is speaking to us. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to separate. Now, whether you're ready for that or not, whether you are, putting yourself in position to move away from these people or not. Again, sometimes the chosen ones, they can move away from these people and God will give them provision, because they have stood and fought these negative entities on all levels: family, friends, uncles, aunts, distance, and these people from distance, people from your job, but when He's giving you that kind of provision, then you need to make sure that you are putting yourself in position to move away and break away from those people whom you have had to cloak your energy from. Okay, so this is my message for today. Do not become obsessed. The reason why you shouldn't become obsessed with these people who attack you, and the reason why you should keep a personal connection with God, and God will reveal your chosen soul family. I hope that you received this message. Please like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. Book your life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions so I can acclimate a gift to your situation. Like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. Leave a comment for me. Donate to my channel. I'm High Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.